Just imagine going to a neighboring country to receive medical health care, only to be actually trapped by the Central Intelligence Organization of Zimbabwe, and to be conveniently arrested. This is the fate and the short story of what befell Job Sikhala, one of the prominent politicians in Zimbabwe. He has been arrested in Zimbabwe for bogus charges, staying in prison for almost 2 years, only to be released and the charges actually thrown out by the court, just like that. And now he has to spend the whole weekend in prison. Let's just hear for a moment the lawyer of Job Sikhala being interviewed by a South African broadcasting station.
For the latest on the arrest of prominent Zimbabwean politician Job Sikhala, we are now joined on the phone by his attorney, Eric Mabuza. And Eric, for your time this evening here on SABC News, maybe let's start off here. Is it true that Job Sikhala has indeed been arrested in South Africa, in the capital?
Yeah, good evening. I can confirm that indeed he is currently in detention over allegations of being in possession of explosives. Obviously, it's an allegation which he denied. He said that it seems that there is foul play because when he went out with his uncle for dinner, he was not carrying any explosives, but somehow those explosives found themselves in his car when he was driving out.
So are these the charges he's facing in South Africa for carrying explosives in South Africa?
Yes, that's correct.
Have you been able to speak to him? What is he saying about this issue?
He was arrested last night, so we made contact with him this morning, and we went to consult with him, and he gave us the version that I'm telling you, that he denies that he was in possession of explosives. Somehow he suspects that there was foul play because he didn't come here to buy explosives. He came here for medical treatment, and he's not involved in any firearms, and he's not in that industry.
And when did he...
You also remember, he spent about over 500 days in detention in his home country, and he was released without being charged after that. So he came to South Africa for medical treatment, and something like this happened.
And does he think that this is politically motivated somehow, linked to, why he was charged in Zimbabwe?
He does suspect foul play, that's what he says. So remember, he's a human rights lawyer, he's a peaceful person. So he has no reason to be involved in firearms or explosives.
And when is he expected to appear in court?
He's expected to appear in court on Monday. Unfortunately, the police that are involved in the matter are very cooperative. They even went to the mall where his car was parked to check the footage. So I think that process will be completed over the weekend or on Monday. So we'll know on Monday whether they formally charged him or they found evidence to exonerate.
And do we know if whether he is also receiving some assistance from lawyers from Zimbabwe?
I have no idea about it.
All right. Thank you so much. That is Job Sikhala's attorney, Eric Mabuza, there, just giving us an insight in terms of the charges that he is facing.
I think we are very, very grateful for individuals like Eric Mabuza for assisting Job Sikhala. And the latest development from the video that I played, if you heard carefully towards the end, that fortunately the police in South Africa seems to be cooperative, most probably because they understand what is at stake. And fortunately enough, there are footages around where Job Sikhala's car was parked. So they are trying to get footage to really see what transpired. Let's hope these thugs who actually planted these explosives did not tamper with footages around. And if footage actually exonerates Job Sikhala, and we know that Job Sikhala did not do this, if it comes out clearly on the footage, there won't be a need even for Job Sikhala to undergo through a court process. But because there is this allegation, they have to keep him, unfortunately, for the rest of this weekend until he appears on Monday. So if we are praying that on that footage, Job Sikhala, actually it gets to be clear. And I wish the footage could actually capture clearly these criminals, ZANU-PF criminals. We know that this is linked to ZANU-PF criminals. This is linked to the government of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. And I just pray and hope that they can actually show even their faces. And I think it will be over with this case. So if it goes to Monday, if they can't find, unfortunately, a footage that really depicts and shows that indeed Job Sikhala was set up, because Job Sikhala, as per Eric Mabuza's actually assertion that I have played so far, indicates that Job Sikhala was just coming to South Africa for medical treatment. And I like the fact that Eric Mabuza has a background of what happened to Job Sikhala, that he was detained for more than 500 days only to be actually only for the charges to be quashed, and clearly indicating that Job Sikhala is a human rights defender and a human rights activist, a lawyer, and he has no history of violence whatsoever. The history that he has is to confront the oppressive regime of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the regime, because of possessing some degree of power and influence, it has the capacity to do what it did. I wish Emerson out of this. I know that Job Sikhala, of course, he has suffered already consequences. I wish, Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa and his actually members of the Central Intelligence Organization can be exposed for who they are. I wish a footage should actually be, I wish for that footage to be obtained, which depicts their faces and which actually clearly shows that Job Sikhala was indeed set up by these criminals, masquerading as secret services. Secret services for normal countries, they don't do this nefarious agenda to its own citizens. These are the works of a man who wants to continue leading the country, even though he is not wanted. The people are tired about him. In fact, the people did not want him from the very first day. And that is why he is a very, very unpopular man. And the love and support that he enjoys, it is because of the monies that are paid to get that. Thank you very much for watching us. I thought this update was very essential, and also especially for those around Pretoria and Joburg. I hope people can actually go flood the court session on Monday of Job Sikhala. We will be trying to sniff, especially for the details of the court where he would be appearing, if it reaches a level where it is necessary for him to appear. Just to can actually go to this extent on Job Sikhala. What about if he is in his own country? So that is why these individuals will actually petrol bomb his homes. And this indicates and demonstrates how Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa intends to deal with people who are standing on his way, selfish way, to actually unconstitutionally continue as the president of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okancuku Omhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the